box, left wing, driving, stolen by Kozak. Kozak has it in transition for the Falcons. His head's up, head full steam, the lefty Kozak, he drives, he's hit, and he'll go to the line for 2. If you're just joining us here from Truman High School, Falcons on top 5-0. Mike Roccagrande with a 3, Kozak to the line for 2 here on the run out and steal. And Ty Kozak, the senior guard, at the line for 2. Kozak's name being featured in a majority of the previews this year across Pennsylvania high school basketball hoops. Suburban 1 League previews all talk about Kozak, the main returning scorer from a season ago. No Evan McNeely, no Aiden McCormack. It becomes Ty Kozak's show to run as he gets 1 of 2 that time from the charity stripe. Makes this a 6-point contest. Kozak 1 for 2 that time at the line. It's 6-0 Falcons. Roccagrande on Burns, tries to split the double team, stolen by the Falcons. Here's Taddy on the run out, all alone. He goes up and lays it in, right hand on the left side for 2. 8-0 Pennsbury, under 6 to go here in the first quarter. Connor Taddy on the run out, and it's been all Pennsbury so far here on the... Mike Warren alongside Gus Barber here in the first quarter. Tonight on the WBCB Sports Network. Don't forget, fans, you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. As here's Burns, baseline, stolen. Roccagrande on the run out. It's Teddy Mangan in transition. Kicks middle to Kozak, back out corner. Great ball movement by the Falcons. It's a Taddy 3, and he sinks it in. Connor Taddy from beyond the arc. It's 11-0 Pennsbury. Taddy's got 5 here in the first as the 5-minute mark approaches. A deep 3 that time from Wyatt Spinks. Ryan Zuckerman, the 2-sport athlete for the Falcons, on the rebound. Roccagrande kicks out. It's a Ty Kozak lined up triple. It's short. Rebound by the Falcons. Taddy, the second chance effort. He's hounded by the Tigers. Follow up by Kozak. Second chance, third chance, no. Fourth chance. Here's Kozak on the low block. Finally, he pulls it out. Left side, Kozak going back to work. Drives, elevates, floats. No good. Rebound by Kozak again. Teddy Mangan right side, driving, floating, no. Short again, finally brought in by the Tigers. Truman possession. This is Burns, slowing things down and clearing the timeline. Gavin Burns with Mike Roccagrande on him. Kick out. It's Jala, Ernest Jala on the left wing. Ty Kozak on him. Roccagrande tries to pick his pocket. It's loose. It's Kozak on the run out. Numbers for the Falcons. Kozak's left-handed runner is good. Nothing but Pennsbury to start. Ty Kozak, he's got 5. And it's a 13-0 advantage here in the first quarter for Wes Emmy's Falcons. Wes Emmy in his first season as head coach here for the Falcons. A great effort to start as Ryan Zuckerman, the starting shortstop for the Pennsbury Falcons baseball team. His first year with the Falcons basketball program, starting as a senior. Starting at the 5 position, he tips that pass out of bounds. 3:46 to go here in the first quarter. So we welcome Gus Barber into the broadcast. Gus doing our video engineering and color commentary tonight. Makai Gundy doing our camera work. Into the game the first time tonight is Khalil King for the Tigers. Elevating is Spinks and sinking for 2. Right hand on the left side. That gets Truman on the board tonight. That's why it's Spinks, the senior point guard, getting the Tigers' first 2.
Yeah, good first basket for Truman, and what a pleasure it is to be broadcasting this game with you, Mike.
Good to have you along. Gus Barber here with us, Mike Warren and Makai Gundy bringing you tonight's coverage here on the WBCB Sports Network. Falcons dominating the start. It's a strong drive by Mangan. He kicks out for a Taddy triple, rattles out. Second chance effort for the Falcons. Ball's loose, but it's brought in by Truman. Transition opportunity for the Tigers. No numbers. It's a Khalil King corner 3. It's long. Second chance follow-up is good. Count the basket and the foul. That's Abraham Baitali on the follow-up. And he'll go to the line for one more.
Yeah, just good second chance fighting there. See his teammates' shot go up, try to box out to try to get the rebound in case it misses. Does miss right there. Goes up for the 2 and 1.
Tally's and 1 attempt, hard off back iron, rebounded by Zuckerman, but it's taken away by King. Ball still loose on the floor. King with a tie-up. And getting dirty for the Falcons was Danny Cohen, the junior guard, in off the bench. And coming back in, starter for Truman, Aaron Nathan, the junior forward. He's back in. King to inbound for Truman. Batali on the low block. King gets it into Batali beyond the three-point line, right side. He drives, left hand on the right side, hard off back iron. Taddy with a rebound. Here come the Falcons. It's Mangan across the timeline. Crossover dribble right side. Corner had Cohen. He drives, elevates, 15-footer, good.
Yeah, Pennsbury already making the most of their shots. It's something that they weren't good with last game.
This is Spinks, free throw line extended, kicks. King on the drive, right hand, too strong, hard off back iron again. Taddy in transition up ahead. It's Roccagrande in transition, who takes a hard blow, and he will go to the line for two. And slow to get up is Mike Roccagrande. He took quite the hit that time, going to the rim. And he will get a trip to the line for two. Mike Roccagrande earning it that time at the line. Ty Kozak getting a quick breather here for the Falcons. The five for the Falcons, you got Mangan, Roccagrande, Cohen, Zuckerman, and Taddy. Roccagrande at the line for two, 2:23 to go in this first quarter, and first miss at the line. Second team foul against the Tigers. First against Khalil King. Second attempt is good as a substitution into the game for the Falcons. They'll pull in Sam Callahan, and that will give Roccagrande a little bit of a breather after he took a strong take to the rim. He seems to be all right in front of us here at the table. Gavin Burns drives baseline, reverse layup, too much. Gets his own miss on the batted out shot. Turnaround shot is good. Gets the friendly roll that time, and Gavin Burns is on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. 16-6, the score for Pennsbury. Getting it inside that time of the Falcons. Zuckerman keeping it alive, saving it, and Cohen with the rebound. Kicks it, has it batted back by Spinks on the hustle play. Spinks keeps it alive. Truman has possession. Burns kicking it to the corner, batted about. Retained by the Falcons. Great defense at this point from Pennsbury. Their hands have been all over the basketball.
Yeah, to start the game last game against the Chamonix, really doing the same thing, just keeping the pressure high on defense and not letting the offense of the other team really get going and get in their groove.
Teddy Mangan, left side, gets a screen from Zuckerman. Penetrates, two on him, elevates, too strong. Rebounded by King, here come the Tigers. Corner, Spinks, pulls it out. Trapped by Mangan. Cohen out over on him. Spinks in the corner. Cohen, some menacing defense over to King now. Khalil King kicks it to Gavin Burns. Burns, a righty floater from about 14, no good. Zuckerman with the rebound. Falcons ball under a minute to go. And a travel called on Connor Taddy in the front court there, trying to keep the transition offense going tonight for the Falcons was Connor Taddy. Some more subs being made by Wes Emmy and the Falcons. Ty Kozak comes back into the contest. And checking in for the first time tonight for Pennsbury is Eric David, the junior combo guard and forward. David, Cohen, Kozak, Zuckerman, and Callahan, the five for the Falcons. Right side and dribble by Devon. Inside is Spinks, kicks it out. And a foul called against Pennsbury. Foul against Eric David with the hands there. He gets called for the push. That's Pennsbury's second foul, his first. Coming into the game for Truman, Trey Winton. He lets a corner three go, nothing. Last touch by Truman goes back Pennsbury's way. 20.6 to go. Could be the last shot opportunity as Wes Emmy holds up one. He wants one final shot here for the Falcons, who have dominated this first quarter here from Truman High School.
Yeah, really putting the foot to the throat of the Truman Tigers here.
It's Ty Kozak, the senior guard, bringing it up for the Falcons. He crosses over to left side, gets it across the timeline. King hounding him, a high ball screen for Kozak. Left side, still toying with the defense. Kozak kicks middle. It's Zuckerman, the turnaround. Right-hand hook, no good. Batted about. Zuckerman fighting for it, diving for the loose ball. It'll finish with the Falcons, but there is no final shot in the quarter as Zuckerman retains possession and the clock's hit 0. It's getting a little chippy here out on the floor as Khalil King and Zuckerman have some words for each other as the clock hits 0 to end the first quarter. Falcons on top 16-6. And a good night here so far from Truman High School. Don't forget, fans, you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. And don't forget, fans, this Thursday night, Pennsbury boys basketball game versus Ben Salem will be dedicated in memory of former 2017 Pennsbury basketball player Joey Monahan, who passed away this September of rare sarcoma. Donations will be accepted at the game, and you will receive a rubber bracelet honoring Joey. Also, a Philadelphia 76ers bag will be raffled off containing 4 76ers hats, 4 76ers t-shirts, 4 autographed player photos, and a certificate for 4 lower club level tickets to an upcoming 76ers game. That's for this Thursday's home game versus Ben Salem, honoring the memory of Joey Monahan and PRBL players. If you have a jersey and you attend that game, you will be in for free. All PRBL and Falcon Elite get in for free for Thursday's game if you are wearing your jersey. Again, all PRBL and Falcon Elite get in for free for Thursday for the game honoring Joey Monahan against Ben Salem at home if you wear your jersey, either PRBL or Falcon Elite. A huge loss to the Pennsbury community. Joey Monahan and the Pennsbury basketball community coming up in full force to support the Monahan family and Joey Monahan. Coach Frank Ciola of the women's program at Pennsbury, his daughter Ava, spearheading a number of events to support Joey and his family, and they're going to continue that cause for Joey, a great member and a valued alumni of the Pennsbury Falcon program. Action resuming here from Truman High School, 16-6 a score. Ty Kozak on the peel, pass in from Callahan. It's a corner look this time. It's Eric David posting up, and he gets one too many steps in there. It's a travel and a turnover going back for Truman. 10-point advantage for the Falcons as they turn things over back to Truman's advantage. Wyatt Spinks gets it back in. DeVay Vaughn. Batali on the drive, a strong right hand, too strong.
Really good move there.
Glass. A really strong move indeed, as a number of times tonight, Abraham Batali has taken the rock to the rack fiercely. And that time a little too fierce on the recovery attempt as he fouls Ty Kozak about 94 feet away from the basket. Bringing it up is Sam Callahan for the Falcons. He clears the timeline, left side, wants to attack, kicks. It's Kozak, he drives, lefty, kick out. Callahan thought about a 15-footer, tripped, and a late whistle comes in as the right call is made, but a couple seconds late as Sam Callahan tripped up right near the charity stripe. Teddy Mangan getting ready to check back in for the Falcons. Simon Delugi in for the first time tonight for Pennsbury, the 6'7" junior forward. Mangan checks in for Callahan. He'll get a quick breather. He nods his head to the bench, lets them know that he's okay. Just a little bit of a brush up on the leg. Kozak's 18-foot pull-up is short, followed up by Dlugi. And a jump ball called on the floor here, as it will go with Truman. 7:15 to go in the second quarter. Kozak, Luigi, David, Cohen, and Mangan the 5 for the Falcons. Full court pressure being applied by Pennsbury. A full court 3-2 press. They kick it over to Khalil David, who got away with a step. He floats it right side too hard off the glass. Second chance opportunity. David swinging it around and throws Kozak to the floor as things are getting chippy here. Eric David getting into it and trying to protect his teammate, and a technical foul called against Eric David and another technical called against Truman. emotions getting a little bit out of hand here as some of the fans getting out of the stands. And security having to come out onto the floor here from Truman High School. The extracurriculars picking up just a bit. And now the coaching staff trying to calm Eric David back down, and even Connor Taddy in the face of his teammate, letting him know that they need him in this game. They cannot allow the emotions to get the best of him. 7:01 to go in the second quarter, and a whole lot of emotions out on the floor here. Second time so far that Khalil David has been very aggressive, or excuse me, Khalil King been aggressive. Eric David displaying his aggressiveness for the first time tonight, but things getting a little chippy here from Truman High School as a bitter rivalry being renewed a little bit between these two schools.
Yeah, you're going to see that with these types of games. Crosstown rivals, they're in the same division. It's just going to always be chippy, and you see it right there. You already saw earlier that it's going to get like that, and right there it's got a little escalated. As Drake likes to say, 0 to 100 very quickly.
For complete automotive service, trust the Peruzzi Auto Group for value and service on all makes and models. Free multi-point inspection on your vehicle with any paid service. 10% military and law enforcement discounts on any service. Buy 3 tires, get the 4th tire free. All service performed by certified technicians. Peruzzi has big, comfy waiting rooms at their dealerships with free Wi-Fi and early drop-off. Peruzzi service open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Peruzzi Auto Group services for all makes and models. Visit a Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where our business is you. As the officials still trying to sort things out here, talking with both coaches, Coach Jackson and Coach Emmy of Truman and Pennsbury. And it looks like that there will be multiple technical fouls called against either team. So
yeah, and I think the refs just talking over, trying to keep the safety, because like you said, there were a couple fans that looked like they were going to get out of the stands.
Right, it seemed like it was about to get a little too extracurricular out on the floor, and anytime the fans get involved, you just know it's too much.
Yeah. But as we said, these games are going to get chippy. They're going to be heated. There's going to be a lot of bad blood, as they are very close schools, only crosstown rivals. So
a technical foul assessed to Eric David and a technical foul to Gavin Burns for Truman for leaving the bench. Not something you see every day.
But we get to see it.
But we have that for you here on WBCB. 7:01 to go. Action about set to resume here from Truman High School. Tigers trail the Falcons 16-6. Falcons trying to respond after a tough loss on the road to Neshaminy High School. It was 55-35 the final score. And Ty Kozak pacing things here for Pennsbury. Hesitates, left-hand dribble, gets it to Connor Taddy, top of the key. They kick it around. It's Mike Roccagrandi back into the game. Roccagrandi penetrates left side, elevates left hand, too short, followed by Dlugi. His follow-up, and he'll go to the line for 2. Simon Dlugi to the line. Abraham Batali on the foul call, the 15th foul against Truman.
Dlugi using his body and his size to his advantage there, as he was able to go up and get that offensive rebound.
Unsuccessful on the first attempt is Simon Dlugi.
And if you're going to want to be successful going forward, you're going to have to hit your free throws. We saw last game against the Chamonix, 0-6 until they've hit their first free throw, and overall it was not a good shooting percentage from the stripe.
0 for 2 that time for Simon, and Ty Kozak keeps the possession alive. He drives on King. Lefty runner is good. Doesn't even bother to use the glass that time as he goes to his strong hand side. Kozak, another basket. Point advantage for the Falcons. This is Vaughn driving, and he is fouled, and it will go to the line for 2. Mike Roccagrandi on the foul call. Excuse me. They'll call it on Simon Dlugi. swishes the first attempt. DeVay Vaughn, the freshman, getting some valuable minutes here. Ernest Jala back into the game for Truman. Jala, Cox, King. Kozak with the rebound on the missed shot by Vaughn. And Spinks, the 5 for Truman. Here's Mangan clearing the timeline. Right side, gets a screen from Taddy. He's trapped in the corner, needs help. Gets it from Roccagrandi. Can't retain possession, ball's still loose. Truman diving for it, and they touch it last and out of bounds, and they will give the ball back to Pennsbury. 5:57 to go in the first half. 18-7 the score in favor of Pennsbury. Here's Mangan, left side, clearing the timeline. Jala on him, gets a screen from Mike Roccagrandi. Mangan, corner 3, long. Second chance, tipped in. It's Ty Kozak on the follow.
Yeah, good follow-up, just not letting the offensive board just go to waste.
Here's Spinks on the other end for Truman. Doubled by Mangan and DeLugie. Jala on the left wing, kicks, corner. King drives, kicks. And a travel called on DeVay Vaughn, the freshman, shuffling the feet. Ryan Zuckerman will recheck in to this contest. DeLugie gets a much appreciated breather and a couple of high fives from the bench. Mangan gives it up. Here's Kozak right side. They get it back to Mangan in the right corner. Set play for him. Inside Taddy. Well beyond the three-point line. Dead on. He misses. Zuckerman gets the long rebound. Kicks cross court. Skip pass. Mangan right side. Jala on him. Screen from Zuckerman. It's a Mangan pull-up from 17, and he cashes home. Mangan gets on the board. Nice little two-point pull-up there. Spinks, top of the key. Kozak on him, defending the 3. Spinks with a step back, no good. Zuckerman, a big-time rebound. It's Mangan up ahead to Kozak, who finishes for 2. Kozak getting his here in the second. He's got 6 alone in the second quarter. Give him 11 in the first half. It's a 24-7 lead for Pennsbury. Taddy out on Spinks, extending the pressure for the Falcons defense. Spinks drives, floats, but one too many steps that time. It's a travel against Wyatt Spinks, and a turnover back to the Falcons.
Yeah, Pennsbury are really finding their groove offensively, something that they couldn't really find last game against the Chamonix.
Kozak to inbound, gets it to Teddy Mangan. Mangan stepping into a much larger role this year. A season ago, a reserve guard this year, starting point guard for this team.
Yeah, Pennsbury relying a lot on his shoulders this year, hopefully to take the helms at the guard position.
Zuckerman in the post, has it stolen. It's Bellotti, other side. As he gets stripped out of bounds, Batali in transition. Has it stripped, and last touches Batali, gives it back to Pennsbury. 3:46 to go in the first half, 24-7 the score. Two-man action between Mangan and Kozak as they pass midcourt. Kozak gets it back for Mangan, drives left side, lays it up, and in again. They cannot stop Ty Kozak, and I don't know if they know if he's left-handed or not because they've given him the left hand all night long. 26-7 Falcons, a 19-point advantage on the scoreboard, 3:20 to go here in the first half. Kick it over, this is Trey Winton. He's in trouble, gives it up. Batali coming to help, but a foul called against Mike Roccagrandi. Jala to inbound for the Tigers. Tries to get it in, stolen by Kozak. Kozak, left hand, left side, it's good again.
Just automatic right now with that left hand.
Kozak's got 10 in the quarter. Under 3 to go first half. Batali penetrating, kicking. It's Spinks in the corner. Nothing going for him. Pump fakes, kicks. Batali again. Top of the key this time. Trying to take Zuckerman to work. Nothing going. This is R.J. Cox, the drive, elevating, blocked by Zuckerman, and a foul is called. And Ryan Zuckerman not agreeing with that foul call. And the foul is going to go against Connor Taddy first. So no call against Zuckerman, but the foul against Taddy with the body.
Yeah, Zuckerman loving to play defense, not afraid to put his body out on the line for a block or two. You saw last game against Enshaven to get a couple blocks, but that can harm you sometimes, as Truman is at the line and Zuckerman last game did foul out.
Cox goes to the line for 2. Sinks the second that time, does R.J. Cox. (28-8) the score. Kozak over to Mangan. High ball screen comes. Mangan crosses over. Kicks, corner. Rocca Grande. Around the perimeter go the Falcons. Great ball movement, great spacing. Zuckerman drives, elevates, floats. Too strong. Second chance is good. Zuckerman using the athleticism to earn himself 2. He gets his first 2 of the night. 30-8 Falcons. Winton. Over to Spinks. He's trapped. Batali, right hand, left side, good. 30-10. Batali's got 4. Mangan with a response, the drive, reverse, too strong. Rebound by Batali, here comes Truman. No numbers. Batali taking things slow, kicks it around. Here's Spinks. Wyatt Spinks, the senior point guard for this Truman Tigers squad, has it around the volleyball line. Kicks it right wing. This is Winton now. Trey Winton with Kozak on him. They kick it to left elbow extended. Spinks, step back, a difficult shot. It's short. Rebound by Kozak. Here come the Falcons. Kozak still with it in transition. Left side. Still keeps the dribble, kicks out. Taddy, corner, Mangan thought about a 3, but he shuffled the feet, and he'll give it back to Truman. 1:04 to go in the first half. Checking back in for Pennsbury and giving Connor Taddy a breather is Danny Cohen. Cohen, he's got 2 points to this point. And Taddy will check out, he's got 5, gets a quick breather and a drink of water. Spinks gets the inbounds pass, is checking in for the first time tonight for Truman. Julian Rogers, number 55, he's in the contest. Winton inside, great pass into Spinks, who shields off the defender.
A beautiful play there.
Spinks finishes. It's an 18-point advantage now for the Falcons, 30-12 the score. 44 seconds and counting here in this first half. Falcons dominating in the first half. Teddy Mangan pacing the offense. A chance for one final shot for Pennsbury if they want it. Poked away, stays with Pennsbury. Handsy defense there by Batali. 33.6 to go in the second quarter. Mangan gets the inbounds pass from Cohen. Cohen gets it back, dump into the post. It's Zuckerman, low block. He's got 2 on him. A kick out. A Mangan left wing 3 is good. Teddy Mangan catching in from beyond the arc. He's got 5, all coming in the second quarter. 33-12, 21-point advantage for the Falcons. Truman now with the final shot here in the first half, trying to ride some momentum into the locker room potentially here are the Tigers. Spinks goes left corner, he's trapped. It's Kozak who gets called for the foul for not moving his feet, and he just has a smile here for the side official as he can't believe that that foul was called against him. 2.6 to go in the first half. A 1-and-1 for Wyatt Spinks, 2.6 to go. Live ball on the potential miss here if he were to miss. Does miss, short. Final seconds go off the clock. Kozak flips it up into the front court, and that will do it for the first half of action. 33-12 the score. Falcons on top. Ty Kozak leading the scoring charge for Pennsbury. He's got 15 at the half to match his jersey number. And the Falcons with a dominant first half here from Truman High School. We're going to take a quick minute to let you hear from some of our sponsors. Tab up the first half numbers. We'll have a first half recap and second half action coming up for you on the other side. The Trentonian halftime show coming up in just a little bit. You're watching Falcons basketball here on the WBCB Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Jefferson Health has been serving Northeast Philadelphia and Bucks County for more than a century. Their Frankfort, Torresdale, and Bucks Hospital locations are there for you with primary and specialty care, emergency care, and of course, inpatient care. Wherever you live, work, or play, Jefferson Health is there with exceptional care. Jefferson is where you are. Call 1-800-JEFF now to schedule an appointment or visit jeffersonhealth.org.
McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, McCaffrey's is part of your community and a very proud supporter of our local high schools. For true value on the freshest meats and produce to their own prepared food department, to everyday savings on your necessary items, McCaffrey's is exceptional every day. And it's in your neighborhood in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road, Yardley. The Villages of Newtown at 2890 South Eagle Road, and also in Bluebell, Princeton, West Windsor, and the best of McCaffrey's in Doylestown.
Whether you're just getting started, already well on your way, planning for your future, drafting your vision, growing toward greatness, or finding that dreams really can come true, whatever your next steps are, we'll be right here with you. Just like we have been for 150 years. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow. Member FDIC.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. More people are online every day to check and pay their bills. Now you can have your BCWSA utility bill delivered electronically. Enrollment couldn't be easier. Just go to bcwsa.net or call 800-222-2068. With electronic billing, you have control to see your bills whenever you want and enjoy the convenience of viewing and printing up to 13 months of your previous bills. Best of all, the service is free. Sign up for e-billing at bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
Are you living with relentless pain? St. Mary has a new way to help. Knee and hip replacements with a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery, and breakthrough advances such as custom-fit joints position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
You are not just building a company. You are helping to build your community. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been strengthening our region, serving as a trusted partner and resource for businesses like yours. Our team of business bankers can get you where you need to go. Real relationships, expert advice, swift solutions to power your growth. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
the Gator, Jerry Blavitt, inviting you to come on by and experience true traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant at 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You're always welcome at the restaurant. I mean, it's like stepping back in time. You feel like you're dining in South Philadelphia or in New York's Little Italy restaurant. You can start the meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. You choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood, steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The restaurant is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private rooms are available for special affairs, plus we do catering. Remember, the Revere Restaurant, 609-882-6365. Again, that's 609-882-6365. Come on home and experience the true taste of Italy at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint pain seminar. Details at stmaryhealthcare.org/joint seminar. It's your health. Expect more.
At Team Toyota, we're giving you everything you want this season. Like savings on new Toyota models with no markups above MSRP. You can reserve yours now. And selection with over 200 certified Toyotas and used cars for every budget. And check out our seasonal service specials that will save you both time and money. So let's celebrate the season at one of our 3 locations or at teamtoyota.net. And thank you for being part of the team.
Back here from Truman High School, Mike Warren alongside Gus Barber here, bringing you tonight's action. Boys varsity basketball here on the WBCB Sports Network. And at the half, the Falcons on top of the Tigers of Truman High. It's 33-12 the score. And let's take a look at the first half numbers. Brought to you by the Trentonian. Don't forget, fans, you miss any of today's action, you can read tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. And you are listening to the Trentonian halftime show here from Truman High School. Falcons lead 33-12, 16 points coming in the first quarter, and 5 of them from Connor Taddy, 5 from Ty Kozak in that quarter, 2 from Danny Cohen, and 4 from Mike Roccagrandi. 16 points in that first quarter alone. 17 in the second, 10 of them coming from Ty Kozak. He had 15, has 15 at the half. 5 points for Teddy Mangan, 2 points for Ryan Zuckerman, 2 points for Danny Cohen. And it's really Ty Kozak pacing things here for Pennsbury. He's been aggressive tonight, Gus. He's driven into the lane, and he's really done a nice job, as I mentioned, pacing the offense tonight for the Falcons, something that they really needed to do against Neshaminy. But Neshamany's game plan was clear. Don't let Kozak get going and make things difficult for him early on. Tonight, he's been a creator, he's been a shot maker, and he's been aggressive, to say the least.
Yeah, especially with how they're going to need him to step up this year. Obviously, the questions coming into the season was how you're going to get opportunities for Kozak to open up with Evan McNeely and Aiden McCormick leaving the team. And you saw in that first game with Neshaminy, when you don't get Kozak going, it's going to probably be a long night offensively because he's the one that starts everything offensively. He gets the groove going, and as you see tonight, he's creating stuff, he's making shots, and really the offense as a whole right now is just really looking complete.
Hatboro Horsham hosted a preseason tournament, a kickoff tournament to start the year. Kozak averaged 17 points and 8 rebounds per contest in those 2 games. More than just a scorer, likes to get it done on the rebounding side of things as well. He's got at least 4 or 5 rebounds in this contest already tonight. Does a little bit of everything for the Falcons, does Ty Kozak, the senior guard. Teddy Mangan has done a nice job tonight as well for Pennsbury, stepping into that starting point guard role last year, a reserve guard, but in that triple overtime thriller a year ago against Neshaminy, it seemed like all pretty much all of their options were gone, and Coach Bill Coleman at the time had to turn to Teddy Mangan when McNeely, McCormick, and Kozak found out of that game. Mangan came into that third overtime period and rattled off about 8 consecutive points, 12 total in the overtime period, to keep them really close in that contest and really make it a down-to-the-wire affair against the Chamonix a year ago. This year, he's a starter for this team, and he seems a lot more comfortable out there. And the Falcons in general seeming a lot more comfortable with an 18-point advantage here at the final seconds here at the halftime show, the Trentonian halftime show. Let's remind you about some of our great sponsors who make tonight's broadcast possible, starting with DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza at 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown, owned and operated by third-generation family member Tyler DiLorenzo. Tyler uses the exact same recipes that his great-grandparents did back in the 1940s in Trenton's famous Chambersburg section. Try the only original Trenton tomato pie or other gourmet pizzas, including their mustard pie, soups, fresh salads, hot sandwiches, and more, all served in a very safe, clean environment. Eat in or take out. Call 215-943-2605. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza also does catering for all affairs. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza in Vermilion Square, 8919 New Falls Road. And stick around for our Player of the Game interview brought to you by DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza. Our Player of the Game will take home a gift certificate to the Berg, get them a nice pie, and hopefully for the Falcons celebrating a victory here halfway there for Pennsbury, 33-12 the score. And Ty Kozak, slowly but surely in that first half, etching his name to be a recipient for the DiLorenzo's The Berg Player of the Game award. We will see a lot of basketball to be played, and we've seen bigger leads be diminished on the scoreboard than just 18 points. 2 quarters to play, a fresh 8 on the clock. As it starts to tick here in the third quarter from Truman High School, we flip the floor. Pennsbury heading towards us on this side of the floor. Kozak, Taddy, Mangan, Rocca Grandi, and Zuckerman the 5. Same 5 who started for the Falcons. Same 5, except it's Trey Wirtz in to fill that last starting position for Truman. He did not get the start tonight, but he will start this second half. It's Trey Winton, as he gets called for the foul. Connor Taddy will go to the line for 2. 7:37 to go in the third quarter. Taddy with 5 in the first half. Sinks the first. Connor, the younger brother of Keenan Taddy. Sinks the second. Perfect that time at the line was Taddy. 17-point advantage. 23-point advantage for Pennsbury. Here's R.J. Cox, extended beyond the three-point line. Kicks to the corner. Winton can't handle the pass this time. And a pushing call against Mike Roccagrandi. I'm not sure what I was saying at halftime with an 18-point advantage. That was not accurate. My math just a little bit off there, yeah.
I didn't catch it either, so.
It's all right.
It's on both of us.
No, not good. Wyatt Spinks, top of the key, setting it up for Truman. Winton. Left-hand dribble, crosses back over to the right. Roccagrandi on him, extending this pressure out. Winton. High ball screen from Nathan, corner, Spinks, 3, short. Rebound by Cox, follow-up. Too much. Zuckerman gets the rebound, had it batted away for a second, but gets it back. Here's Connor Taddy into the front court. Thought about a transition 3. He gives it to Kozak, his 3, short. Rebound by Zuckerman, back to Kozak, corner, dead on, 3, Taddy, long. Spinks with the rebound. Here comes Truman into the front court. Winton thought about a 3, baseline drive, kicks out. It's Spinks, it's Nathan. Top of the key, Zuckerman on him, kicking it into R.J. Cox. He goes to work, gets double teamed, powering his way through the double team, and Zuckerman comes over top to hack him. 6:23 to go.
Yeah, like I said in the first half, you see Ryan Zuckerman loving to play defense. He's willing to go up there for the block, but sometimes that hurts him as R.J. Cox is going to the stripe.
Cox's first attempt, no good. 2 for 3 so far tonight is R.J. Cox. Make it 3 for 4. All 3 of his points coming from the charity stripe. Rocket Grandi gets the inbound, gives it up to Teddy Mangan. 22-point advantage on the scoreboard for Pennsbury. Falcons working it around the perimeter. Corner, Rocket Grandi thought about a 3. Taddy sidesteps, kicks back out. Kozak, left wing 3, short. Second chance by the Falcons, batted around, but ultimately R.J. Cox hauls it in. Here's Wyatt Spinks. Spinks crosses over left side, drives, floats. Too strong off the glass. Zuckerman front court, pass to Kozak, driving, left-handed runner, laying it in with some grace is Ty Kozak. He's got 17 and his first 2 here in the third quarter. 37-13 Falcons lead. Spinks in the corner. Winton to Nathan. Back to Spinks, thought about a 3. Behind the back dribble, drives, got away with a step, and they call it. Another traveling call against Spinks tonight.
Yeah, just trying to plant that foot and just letting it slide a little bit.
5:15 to go in the third quarter. Taddy well beyond the three-point line left side. Mangan pulls up from 19, felt some contact. Kozak with the follow-up, kicks it out. Mangan, a second chance shot from beyond the arc, and it's a foul call on the floor. Kozak knows it's against Truman as he was held, and Pennsbury will get possession under their own basket.
Yeah, it's not harming them yet, still with this big lead for Pennsbury, but this is what you saw from last game against the Chamonix, having a lot of wide open shots in the second half, just not able to hit them.
Zuckerman to inbound, and a foul gets called on R.J. Cox, who was holding Connor Taddy a little bit. Cox gets called for the foul. Taddy looking for Zuckerman on the low block. Zuckerman goes to work. 2 power dribbles, elevates, got hit, wants the foul, doesn't get it, but he gets the 2. That's a strong move from Ryan Zuckerman. He's got 4.
Yeah, strong move, especially to keep the ball, because as the defender coming down, he did take a swipe at that ball.
Here's Trey Winton, other end. His left-handed runner is too strong, but he will go to the line for 2. Winton at the line for a pair. Jammer Doors and Windows is a 4th-generation family-owned and operated business since 1920 with showrooms in Lawrenceville and Yardley. Jammer provides sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers featuring Rainer garage doors, both steel and aluminum. Rainer garage doors are crafted for durability. Jammer also has entry doors, patio doors, storm doors, and windows, and they do their own work and installation using no subcontractors. Visit their showrooms in New Jersey at 2850 Brunswick Pike, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, or in Yardley. Open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. Winton hits a pair at the line that time. 39-15 the score. Rocket Grandi kicks. Taddy drives, baseline, reverse, right-handed layup. No one there on the help defense, and that's about as easy as they come for Connor Taddy. Taddy's got 4 in the quarter. Vitale drives baseline. He stepped out of bounds. It'll give it back with Pennsbury. 4:11 to go in the third. And checking in for the Falcons tonight for the first time, number 23, Sean Faust Jr. Taddy gets the inbounds pass up ahead, and it's stolen. But Zuckerman hustling, kicks it out of bounds, and will give it back with Truman. Mike Rocket Grandi gets a breather. For Pennsbury, Spinks still in this contest, 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. All Pennsbury to this point. Mangan pressuring Spinks beyond the three-point line. A high screen set, the drive from Spinks. It's blocked by Faust. Up ahead, here come the Falcons. Taddy thought about a transition 3. Here's Zuckerman, he thought about it. Drives, left side, elevates, floats. Count the basket and the foul. Ryan Zuckerman gets the hoop and the harm, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Beautiful play. Goes up with the lay. Looks like he's floating in the air and gets the and one.
It all starts on the defensive end with Sean Faust, the junior forward, swatting Wyatt Spinks away. Kozak gets the missed free throw ever from Zuckerman. Ball's loose. Falcons get it back. Mangan in the corner, pulls it out. He wants to reset for Pennsbury. A smart move. 43-15, Falcons on top. Their largest lead of the night. Here's Kozak. King on him. Taddy. Vitale pressuring Taddy. Kicks it out. Zuckerman pump fakes, drives, kicks. A beautiful pass to Faust. He couldn't handle it. Ball's loose. Vitale with the steal and gives it up to Wyatt Spinks. As we approach the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter, Pennsbury continuing to dominate. Truman looking for a bucket. It's been a little bit of time since they've gotten one. Vitale stolen. Kozak in transition. One man to beat, it's King. He elevates and he's slapped by King.
Oh, I think Kozak rolled his ankle.
And Kozak a little slow to get up here.
Yeah, he's in a little pain.
Khalil King gets called for the foul. Kozak will go to the line for two. A little hobbly to get up there is Ty Kozak. Good on the first is Kozak.
Substitution, Truman 55, Julian Rogers.
Checking back in for Truman, Julian Rogers, the forward. Kozak's second attempt at the line is true. Give him 4 in the third quarter. Sam Cohen will check back in for Pennsbury, give Kozak a breather. Excuse me, Sam Callahan. Here's Spinks. Clearing the midcourt timeline. Spinks, Callahan on him. Free throw line, picks up his dribble. Here's Vitale. Taddy, some good defense on him. Extends his pressure out. Vitale dribbling along the three-point line. Kicks to King. Zuckerman gives up the body. It's an offensive foul against Khalil King as Ryan Zuckerman steps in to take the charge. Things coaches love to see. Their players giving up their body for the betterment of the team. That time, Ryan Zuckerman, the first-year varsity player here in his senior year, getting the okay from varsity baseball coach Joe Pacey to partake in some varsity basketball activity before spring training starts. As Zuckerman takes the charge there, gives possession back to Pennsbury. 30-second timeout on the floor, 45-15 in favor of the Falcons. We'll take a quick break here from Truman High School. You're watching high school basketball here on the WBCB Sports Network.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA.
The Pennsbury Regional Basketball League is in its 30-plus years and would like to wish both the Pennsbury girls and boys basketball teams the best of luck this year. Many of today's players got their first start with basketball playing in the Pennsbury Regional Basketball League. PRBL is one of the area's premier basketball leagues for players in the area of Pennsbury School District and neighboring districts. Their in-house program is for players of all skill levels, and PRBL also offers travel programs for more skilled players grades 3 through 8. To learn more, visit prblonline.com. Sam Callahan kicking inside to Connor Taddy. Can't finish over the contact. Gets his miss. Kicks it back. Callahan takes the contact and goes to the line for 2. Disciplined basketball tonight from the Falcons. Second chance opportunities. Aggressive drives in the paint. And the reserve guard, Sam Callahan, getting some good minutes tonight Sinks the first attempt at the line. Two for two that time for Callahan. Vaughn to bring it up for Truman. DeVay Vaughn, the freshman. Callahan pressuring him. Batali, right wing, looking inside in the post to Rogers, doesn't have him. Ball's batted around, stolen by Mangan. Falcons have it. Mangan's gonna slow things up here as we approach the minute mark in the third quarter. Up ahead to Taddy now. Here's Callahan. Zuckerman, pump fakes, shuffles the feet, turnover. Truman ball. Ryan Zuckerman, the two-sport athlete for Pennsbury High School, the starting shortstop on the baseball team and the University of Pittsburgh commit.
Pretty good baseball player as well.
A very good baseball player. One of his home runs is actually on my demo reel. As a deep three from Wyatt Spinks cashes in from the right wing. Spinks gives the Tigers just a little bit of life here as he gets on the board in the second half. Falcons break the press with some great passing. Callahan into the front court, he pulls it out and slows things up. Wyatt Spinks with 5 points tonight for Truman. 20 seconds, under 20 seconds rather, in the third quarter. Callahan facing a double team. It's Trey Winton pressuring him. He kicks. Connor Taddy all the way up near the volleyball line. Mangan in the corner, driving, baseline, elevating, leaves it short. Batted about, hauled in by Rogers. 3 seconds on the clock. Here's Spinks, pump fakes, floats. Final shot will not count as Spinks is called for a travel. Thought it was going to be a foul on Zuckerman, but the travel is called first, however. After 3 quarters of play from Truman High School, the Falcons on top 47-18. Fourth quarter coverage coming up in just a second. You're watching Falcons basketball on WBCB.
Jefferson Health has been serving Northeast Philadelphia and Bucks County for more than a century. Their Frankfort, Torresdale, and Bucks Hospital locations are there for you with primary and specialty care, emergency care, and of course, inpatient care. Wherever you live, work, or play, Jefferson Health is there with exceptional care. Jefferson is where you are. Call 1-800-JEFF now to schedule an appointment or visit jeffersonhealth.org.
Whether you're just getting started, already well on your way, planning for your future, drafting your vision, growing toward greatness, or finding that dreams really can come true, whatever your next steps are, we'll be right here
10
with
seconds.
you, just like we have been for 150 years. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community
5,
Bank.
4,
Here we are,
3.
and here we grow. Member. Whether you're just getting started,
Mike Warren, Gus
already
Barber,
well on your
Makai
way,
Gundy here from
planning
Truman High
for your
School.
future.
Tonight as the Falcons are dominating Truman 47-18, 8 minutes to go in regulation here. Start of the fourth quarter just about underway. Falcons just about on their way to their second victory of the season. Spinks a deep corner three, he cashes in. His second made three in as many attempts. Full court press being applied by Truman. Zuckerman shuffled the feet, one too many steps. It's a turnover, back to Truman. 26-point advantage for Pennsbury as the pressure forcing some turnovers and a little bit of confusion for the Falcons. And just before the inbounds can get in here, timeout call by Truman. Coach Jackson wanted to talk some things over with his squad. 7:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. And don't forget, fans, this Thursday night, Pennsbury boys basketball game versus Ben Salem will be dedicated in memory of former 2017 Pennsbury basketball player Joey Monahan, who passed away this September of rare sarcoma. Donations will be accepted at the game, and you will receive a rubber bracelet honoring Joey. Also, a Philadelphia 76ers bag will be raffled off, containing 4 76ers hats, T-shirts, autographed player photos, and a certificate for 4 lower club level tickets to an upcoming 76ers game. That's for this Thursday's home game versus Ben Salem, honoring the memory of Joey Monahan. All PRBL and Falcon Elite get in for free this Thursday if you are wearing your jerseys. So come on out and support a great cause for a great human being, Joey Monahan. And man, if you had the pleasure to meet Joey, and some of us here at WBCB did, whether it was playing pickup basketball with him at LNT, just encountering him covering the games here on BCB, a stand-up citizen, one of the nicest gentlemen that I've ever come across, and truly, he has already been missed, and just a great, great legacy and a great human being. And Pennsbury has done a tremendous job honoring his legacy and helping his family through a very tough and difficult time. Action resuming here from Truman High School. Truman ball. Winton kicks. Vaughn, three. Too strong. Rebound by Faust. He's hounded, and it's a jump ball going to be called. Possession will go with Pennsbury. They will have to go the distance of the floor here. Zuckerman to inbound, full court press still being applied by Truman. They get it in. It's Sam Callahan to Cohen, cross court to Mangan, and they break the press. Mangan with Spinks on him, trying to get some space, crossing over, left side. Here's Zuckerman, driving, elevating, right hand too strong. Nathan with a rebound for Truman, up to Vaughn, and here come the Tigers. Vaughn crossing over, the freshman, driving, kicking, corner, Spinks, step back, a three, short. Rebound by Cohen. Cohen up to Callahan. Here come the Falcons, pressure, receding back into the half court. A beautiful pass from Callahan to Faust, who can't finish. And a foul is, jump ball called. It will go with Truman as Callahan and Faust tie up Nathan on the low block there. Faust gets a breather. Simon DeLugie comes back in for Pennsbury. Zuckerman gets a breather as well. And in for the first time tonight for Pennsbury is number 14, Grayson Gozum. Spinks drives, kicks, corner. It's Vaughn. Pulls it out. All the way around the perimeter go the Tigers. Here's King. Over to Vaughn. The freshman being hounded. King penetrates, kicks. Winton back to King, and Truman, no clean looks at the rim so far in this possession. It's a corner kick to Spinks. He jacks it up from the corner off the side of the backboard. Gets his own miss, drives, reverse layup, all around the rim and out. Callahan gets the outlet pass. Will reset, kicks, corner. It's Gozum. Driving, left side, kicking to Callahan, baseline. Falcons moving the ball all around. The drive by Cohen, left hand is strong, and he gets it over the freshman and Vaughn for two. Danny Cohen with a strong take on the left side. 28-point lead for Pennsbury. Vaughn, dead on from three, long. Callahan kicking, Gozum driving, kicking again. It's a Cohen three, long. Rebound by DeLugie, and the foul is against DeLugie for the push-off. Pennsbury definitely has some size to work with here in the future. This season for sure, but in the future down the road with Simon DeLugie and Sean Faust Jr. listed at 6'7" and 6'6" respectively. These guys getting some valuable burn here tonight from Truman High School. 49-21 the score, under 4 minutes to go. Falcons defense continuing to impress. Another steal inside as King wrestling Cohen to the floor. A jump ball is called. And I believe this will go with Pennsbury. It does.
Yeah, and like you said, Mike, with the experience going forward with these guys and the size, it's very valuable to get them in these games like right now with these lopsided wins and stuff like that, just so they can get that experience so when they come back next year, they're prepped and ready.
Truman continuing to apply full court pressure. Cohen breaks it but has it stolen. Spinks with the steal, batted loose, bodies fly to the floor. Truman has it, it's King. Kicking, corner, Winton, a three, off front iron, batted about, hauled in by Pennsbury, It's DeLugie bringing in that one, and getting ready to check in for Pennsbury is number 4, Kieran Shaw. On the strong drive is Callahan, can't get it. DeLugie on the follow-up, trying to finish there, but he will go to the line for 2. Simon DeLugie 0 for 2 so far tonight at the charity stripe. Leading the way for Pennsbury in tonight's contest is the senior guard Ty Kozak, the SOL honorable mention recipient from a year ago. 19 points, 15 coming in the first half. As Danny Cohen checks out. Checking in, Mitch Premola. DeLugie's second attempt is good. He gets his first point of the night. 1 for 2 that time. 50-21 in favor of the Falcons. Vaughn kicks. Vitale drives, blocked by DeLugie. Simon DeLugie, all 6 feet 7 inches, sending that one baseline out of bounds. And an exclamation mark on this defensive outburst from the Falcons here tonight. Under 2 to go. Ball tipped, last touch by Pennsbury, stays with Truman. Pennsbury with another steal, but a foul is called. Mitch Premola gets called for the foul. His first, team's 5th. King floats. No good. DeLugie with the rebound. Here's Gozum up ahead to Shaw. Handles. Pressured by Winton. Shaw kicks. Almost stolen. Premola drives. 14-foot jumper. Back iron. Tipped in by Faust. Sean Faust with the putback. Drive by Vaughn. Swatted by Faust. And a foul is called. A volleyball-like spike from Sean Faust. But Vaughn will go to the line for 2. Under a minute to go here. Pennsbury has this one just about in the bag. 52-21 the score. Vaughn sinks the first attempt. This post-game, we will be joined by our DiLorenzo's the Berg Player of the Game recipient. And that will go to Ty Kozak of Pennsbury. Great performance from Ty tonight. Looking forward to speaking with him in just a little bit. Final seconds in this one going to tick off here as Pennsbury gets the ball in, under a minute to go. And a steal and a putback in for Truman. Khalil King cashing in there. Inbounds, but a foul is called against King. Clock stops, 23.6 seconds to go here in regulation. That is the 5th foul against King. And going to the line for Pennsbury, number 13, Mitch Premola. 1-1 for Premola. 8th team foul against Truman. Hard off back iron. It's live. Truman has it. 20 seconds and counting. Here's Batali. Left side. Driving. Floating. A foul is called. Clock continuing to tick, but it should stop. 8.1 after a couple extra seconds tick off here. I don't think the officials are going to be too picky with that one. Vitale to the line for 2. And a get-right win tonight for the Falcons after a double-digit point loss against their bitter rival Neshaminy a week ago. Bouncing back here tonight, about 15 minutes down the road or so from Pennsbury here at Truman. Shaw with the rebound. Final seconds are going to tick off here. Pennsbury can just hold it, and they will do just that. Wes Emmy picks up his second win as Falcons head coach. The Falcons improve to 2-2 on the season as they are victorious tonight here from Truman High School. The final, Pennsbury 52, Truman 25. Stick around. We'll have the post-game player of the game interview brought to you by DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza. We will talk with Ty Kozak, star guard of the Pennsbury Falcons, in just a little bit. A quick word from our sponsors and post-game numbers and recap coming up in just a little bit here from Truman. You're watching high school basketball here on WBCB. Don't go anywhere.
Whether you're just getting started, already well on your way, planning for your future, drafting your vision, growing toward greatness, or finding that dreams really can come true. Whatever your next steps are, we'll be right here with you, just like we have been for 150 years. Start here, grow here, stay here. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow. Member FDIC.
McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, McCaffrey's is part of your community and a very proud supporter of our local high schools. For true value on the freshest meats and produce to their own prepared food department, to everyday savings on your necessary items, McCaffrey's is exceptional every day. And it's in your neighborhood in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road, Yardley. The Villages of Newtown at 2890 South Eagle Road, and also in Bluebell, Princeton, West Windsor, and the best of McCaffrey's in Doylestown.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. More people are online every day to check and pay their bills. Now you can have your BCWSA utility bill delivered electronically. Enrollment couldn't be easier. Just go to bcwsa.net or call 800-222-2068. With electronic billing, you have control to see your bills whenever you want and enjoy the convenience of viewing and printing up to 13 months of your previous bills. Best of all, the service is free. Sign up for e-billing at bcwsa.net. BCWSA, prove it.
Back here from Truman High School, victorious tonight are the Falcons over Truman, and we're here with our DiLorenzo's The Berg player of the game, Ty Kozak. Ty, had you down for 19 points tonight. I know you had a number of rebounds. You do a lot for this Pennsbury Falcon squad. A year ago, a little bit different of a role in your junior season, a lot more spot-up shooting, a lot more catching and going off the dribble. This year asked to do a lot more in this role. How do you think you've adjusted to that?
It's definitely been a little bit tougher of a transition. Obviously, guys like Justin Hedges, Evan McNeely, and McCormick, they were great, and not having them this year is it's been hard, but I feel like I've been a better basketball player. I've built up my skills a little bit, and obviously getting my boy Ryan Zuckerman back from freshman year, it's been a great, he's helping rebounds, little dump offs to him. Teddy's Maggins, the huge role. Connor Taddy's going to get going, make some shots, but yeah. So I feel like I've done a little bit, built up my skills, and been able to do more.
A nice win after a tough loss at Neshaminy last week. What was the message this week coming into this contest with Coach Wes Emmy?
It was a bounce-back game. We have the motto, we can't lose anymore. This league is very, very good. Neshaminy, Ben Salem, North, South, Truman, all got talented kids coming through, and it's going to be a tough one to win. But like I was saying, any team in this league can do it. It's just any given day, you just got to work hard. And games like this, you just got to keep going, and you just got to keep building up confidence for later in the season.
Absolutely. Couldn't say it any better myself. Ty, we're going to give you a DiLorenzo's The Berg gift certificate for pizza of your choice. Enjoy that. Enjoy tonight's win. Looking forward to covering you the rest of the way, and best of luck this season.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. That's Ty Kozak here, the Pennsbury Falcons star guard. 19 points tonight. A great victory for the Falcons. They improved to 2-2, and we will have their next contest for you here on WBCB. One final time here for the crew from Truman High School. Makai Gundy doing our camera work tonight. Gus Barber doing our video engineering and color commentary. My name is Mike Warren. One final time, the Falcons victorious over Truman here from Truman High School. Thank you so much for tuning in. You've been watching high school basketball here on the WBCB Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody.